England are touring New Zealand. You've toured New Zealand yourself. What can they expect?
Yeah, it's unique, really. Everyone talks about the New Zealand rugby culture and how it's a religion to them and all this, and it actually really is. You walk down the street and everyone and their dogs got an opinion on how the All Blacks are playing, how England are playing against the All Blacks. So it's a real fishbowl, and there's very little escape. I found it. We were there in '98, obviously, which was not a very good time, and when you're playing badly, when you're losing, you can't get away from it. It's very difficult to escape from it. When you're in England, you go and stay in your hotel in Pennyhill Park and you're tucked away in the middle of nowhere. In New Zealand, there's people around all the time because it's obviously a small country and there's just no escape from the rugby. So it's a high pressure environment, and if you're not doing well, they let you know about it. But on the flip side, if you play well, they'll take your hat off to you and compliment you. So they're genuinely a very knowledgeable bunch. But it's a great place to play because rugby's it's an absolute phenomenon over there.
There's a few well-documented issues that England have going into the tour. How do you think they will cope, particularly in that first test?
Well, I mean, the first test is going to be obviously going to be tough without your best players or some of your best players. And New Zealand are getting ready for a Bledisloe Cup and the Rugby Championship now, so it's going to be a tough series. England have only won there twice in about the last 100 years, and the last time was 10 years ago, and for a reason. It's a tough place to play. The All Blacks are very, very good, and we'd need to be there with our full strength team. The second test, when we've got everyone out there, maybe a different kettle of fish, but it does give a chance to the guys who are fringe players, for example, who may start their first test and get their international experience. It all leads up to the World Cup next year. So, yeah, it's the timing is a bit dubious, but it's there. We've got to go out there and give it a crack, and we'll see what happens.
Are you pleased for Ed Slater to be going on the tour?
Yeah, very. I mean, I think he should be involved at some point in the Six Nations. There's no reason why they couldn't just sort of put him on the bench and give him some experience. I understand the Courtney Laws and Launchby partnership's doing pretty well, but you're building towards a World Cup. You want to get to that World Cup with as many people who've got 10, 15, 20 caps as possible. That experience is going to be invaluable. So, but Ed will get his chance, I'm sure, and it's a tough competitive position at the moment, second row. Strangely enough, I mean, for a while there it was we were a bit thin in the cupboard, but now Courtney Laws has started to really play very, very well. Launchby's turned into a very solid player as well. So, yeah, he's got his work cut out to get a game, but I'm pleased he's out there. He certainly deserves to be out there at the very least.
And the second row that we know a lot about at Tigers, Graham Kitchener, he's captained the England 15 against Barbarians on Sunday as well, so pleased for him.
Yeah, I mean, I've no doubt he'll do a good job at it. He's a fantastic player. I think that's what you want from your captain first and foremost, is he's got to be a good player that you can rally behind. So I mean, I'd be interested to hear his team talk. Very pleased for him. He's deserved that. Although he's been injured a bit this year, he's played very, very well when he's had the opportunity, and he's still only young. I mean, he's still a very, very young player.
And a quick word on the Premiership final this weekend. Your old club,
not watching. Bye.
Your old club Saracens against the lot from down the road that we don't mention. Thoughts on that?
To be honest, I'm actually at a Scottish Little Soldiers charity match tomorrow, so I won't be watching the final. It's in Coventry, by the way, if anyone's there. So I mean, it's tough to call. I think both teams will fancy their chances. I suspect Saracens are slightly the favourites, and I think they are in my book as well. I mean, Northampton have just put back-to-back games of very, very high intensity, and that's difficult to keep doing that over and over again, as we found out a few years ago now. Three big finals or three big games at the end of the year is a massive ask, and I think Saracens is just, for me, would just pip it with a slightly fresher squad.